Ladies and gentlemen, Shark and North, proud to present 5-minute rounds of professional catchweight action. Sponsored by Rocket Computer Services and coming through to you live and exclusive on MMATV.com. And in the red corner, the regular 20 wins and 24 defeats, weighing at 60 kilograms, fighting out of Dallas Fight Club in Northern Ireland, Steve McCombe.
Steve McCombe makes his way down to the shock and awe cage. Hugely experienced campaigner, fought a who's who, has some fantastic wins on his resume. Let's not forget that he beat Brett Caswell last time out via decision at shock and awe. Just what can you say about this guy? Always puts it on the line, excellent leg lock, good boxing, you know, been around since the dawn of time in UK MMA. Fought a who's who. Just really glad to have him back down on shock and awe. Always an exciting fighter to watch, very unorthodox leg attack. Good to see him back here in a highly anticipated rematch.
And please welcome his opponent fighting on the blue corner, a record 7 wins and 1 defeat, weighing at 60 kilograms and representing Gym 1 in England. He is a Commonwealth Games Judo gold medalist. Make some noise for Little Ninja Caswell!
Little Ninja Caswell comes down to a huge ovation. Very well supported fight around these ways. Former Commonwealth Games medalist, excellent judoka. Fought at the highest level in MMA as well with the likes of Cage Warriors. You know, a very dangerous guy, not just with his throws. Showed some fantastic leg lock defense before in his Cage Warriors bout against a hotly tipped Polish opponent, and you know, he's a guy that people have tipped to go on to big things, and the loss to McCombe really was a shock at the time. Andy Nichols in charge of this one. The hotly anticipated rematch. We have Brett Caswell in the blue Hayabusa trunks. Steve McCombe in the red and white Hayabusa trunks. I'm David Leatherby. Alongside me, Colin Hauser. Colin, this is a rematch everybody's been looking forward to.
Wow, yeah, I mean, controversial last decision, it could be said. Nice side kick there by McCombe.
Yeah, what a start from Steve McCombe with a side kick straight to the body. Yeah, it was a controversial decision, but I think many agree it was a close fight. Yeah. You know, and it probably wasn't a robbery if it went either way, as with most controversial decisions. But McCombe looks much more aggressive this time, Colin, it has to be said. He landed a nice kick to the body and a nice right hand. He looks very aggressive on the feet tonight, does Taz.
Yeah, Brett looking a little bit put off by those side kicks. As I always say, like, I think they're really underused in MMA.
Yeah, you can see the red marking on the stomach of Caswell from that opening shot. Caswell just taking a moment here, Colin, it seems, just to try and work the timing out of McCombe here.
Yeah, I mean, Brett's got some real good unorthodox kicks of his own.
Oh, beautiful right hand, fake the knee.
Ate the shot there.
McCombe, fantastic shape. You know, he's just been doing it for so many years and so many fights, and just comes in and does the same each and every time. I mean, it's not long ago he broke his arm And, you know, you think at that age, perhaps with that many fights, Colin, that he'd call it quits, but gets over the broken arm and he's right back in here. Just a true mixed martial artist.
Yeah, warrior. Brett looks like he's really trying to find his range. Oh, nice spinning back kick there. Well timed.
But what Caswell, I'm sure, is aware of is getting into this rhythm, and this is similar to the rhythm of the first fight.
Yeah.
In terms of this chess match on the feet, and you know, I think there's no doubt McCombe's got the best of it thus far. But with these chess matches and these in and out things, when there's few shots between the fighters, good right hand from McCombe there. It's easy to drop rounds, isn't it, Conor? I mean, it's very close, and I'm sure he would have wanted to come out and be the aggressor here, but as it is, it's McCombe that's done that thus far.
Yeah, Brett wants to get in that grappling range. You know, he wants to use his grappling, like before. You know, in the previous fight, he's looking like he's got a little bit of trouble working him out. I mean, I know they fought before, but McCombe seems even more unorthodox than he was before.
Yeah, he really does. It's a great point, although good kick from Caswell there. McCombe avoiding the clinch. Beautiful takedown, wow. How do you get a takedown from that position? As it is, McCombe done well to get out of danger there. But just phenomenal. And one thing I've seen with Caswell before is the trip takedowns, the distance this guy can cover when it comes in for trip takedowns. I mean, it really is another level. But Caswell did well out of that, Colin. He popped straight back to his knees, and now trying to work some sort of seatbelt position, maybe looking for a Peruvian necktie.
Yeah, he was. The guy went straight into a triangle off of it. Positioning-wise, Brett is in a good spot. He's got his head up high. I don't think too much can be made out of it from here. But Brett does need to get his arm back. Either bring his arm back or put the other one through like he's doing. Yeah, and now he's on top.
McCombe going for a Peruvian necktie, as you say. Just fantastic array of attacks from him. Very unorthodox on the feet, and then going for that kind of submission. But Caswell now in top position, and after the start he's had on the feet, I don't think he'll be too upset with this now.
No, but we need to see Caswell working. You know, maybe some elbows if possible, but he has to work hard here.
Yeah, Caswell in top position, trying to get things going, just trying to press his man up against the cage. Which can be a risky technique, Colin. I mean, you know, we've seen fighters tonight and often use the cage to get up. So, although I think Caswell's maybe just trying to crowd his man's posture, it can work against you, can't it?
Yeah, it can. It can. It does look as though Brett's in full control here on top, but like I say, I'd like to see a bit more work. 10 seconds to go. Oh, big elbow.
Well, we go into another, another situation, Colin. We spoke about this before tonight. It's impossible to judge from a commentary position, but that round is a tale of two halves, and it's difficult for judges not to take the second half of rounds into, more into the dominant area of their memory, so to speak. And it's something that I'm always really, really cautious of when I judge. The round is scored as a whole. And although in a 5-minute period, it seems a long time since McCombe has landed those standing shots, they were the most significant strikes of the round. I mean, there's no doubt about it. But Caswell, on the other hand, finished on top. For me, it's difficult to see how much time Caswell is on top when you're judging. I like to have a stopwatch here and you can really see the times. But, again, it's a round that I'm sure both teams would argue either way about. But, yeah, it's a great start thus far and just shows how well matched these two guys are.
Yeah, I really feel that Brett needs to take it to the ground. I'm not saying he's not having success standing, but it doesn't look like he's winning, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I certainly do. Yeah, Caswell maybe to look for one of those outside trip takedowns. As I said, a real thing of beauty when he lands them. And it's those techniques that really stick out in your mind because there aren't too many people that can do them, you know?
No. Really, Brett, the thing with Brett is, he, you know, even if he just touches you, he could get a takedown off of it. You know, he's Olympic level judo, so.
Oh, big clubbing right hand from McCombe. He looks really angry for the stand-up tonight, doesn't he? I mean, this is the most aggressive I've seen Steve McCombe for a while.
Yeah, he wants to put an exclamation mark on this fight.
Nice, that back kick to the body again, working for McCombe. Bit of swelling on the left eye now of Caswell.
Some nice shots there.
Yeah, McCombe with these punches in bunches.
I think Brett needs to really make the most of those opportunities where he gets close, like this. That's what he wants, you know. That's what he wants. So now we've got a lot more time on this round with Brett on top. Let's see how it favours him.
Yeah, Caswell in top position, half guard now. See if he tries to maybe slice the knee here and get a pass, or perhaps he's content to work from the half guard of Steve McCombe. Of course, with McCombe, you have to watch for the leg attacks as well. And McCombe with a fantastic sweep to land up on top position himself.
Yeah.
But I'd watch these two fight every week, Colin. I really would.
Oh, wow. I was about to say, look for Brett to attack the leg. I think he'll go for it again if he can.
High level grappling. Brett falling back on a heel hook maybe, and then McCombe ends up back on top. Yeah, this is these two are just sometimes, you know, styles really match up, and they both seem to go back and forth in all positions. I think in this fight, McCombe has, you know, put more of a stamp on the stand-up.
Yeah.
But the grappling is exciting to watch again, and Caswell here with wrist control and maybe looking to pop up an armbar or triangle.
Yeah. Brett is great off his back, nice and busy. As I say, he will go for those legs if he gets a chance.
McCombe falling back for a heel hook maybe.
Yeah, he's going for one of his own, but you see, sometimes you lose position, you know, when you fall back like that. It didn't pay off for him that time.
No, and I mean, when you look at the record of McCombe and some of the losses, it's not hard to see where they come from, because this guy, it's not always content, or not ever content, it seems, to grind out a fight and win a decision, you know. I mean, most fighters would have looked to stay on top position there and maybe even close the round out from there. Steve McCombe's looking to fall back for a leg lock to finish.
Yeah.
And sometimes you get the finishes, sometimes you don't, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, possibly that's the essence of a true fighter, you know. Yep. He's a gunslinger, you know, he just goes for it. Sometimes he gets it, like you say, sometimes he doesn't. Again, this is a real close round so far. It's gone back and forth. I think Brett's been on top a little bit more.
But there was the earlier stand-up periods from McCombe as well. I mean, he's got a lot of swelling on the left eye of Caswell from the overhand shots. I think the problem for McCombe is when Caswell's on top now, he doesn't seem to have an answer to reverse it as much as Caswell himself does when McCombe's on top of him, if that makes sense. Yeah. I mean, Caswell seems to be able to make a bit more space and be more likely to reverse it, whereas McCombe did find himself here at the end of the first, and again now is looking like he's struggling a little bit with, although, you know, he's not shipping any damage, Colin, but he can't reverse the position.
No. It might be an idea here to try and maybe, like I said before, foot on the hip and push off. But, you know, Brett's got loads of pressure. You know, he's putting loads of pressure down. It's easy said than done, but there's no real answer at this point from McCombe, other than trying sort of damage limitation. You know, he's keeping Brett's head close. And there's the 10 seconds. Better round from Brett there.
Yeah, but again, both fighters had their moments. McCombe landing a couple of those right hands. And, you know, don't forget, I'm trying to remember back to the middle of the round now, but I think it was McCombe that actually instigated Caswell's top position by going for a leg lock himself. You know, it wasn't like he was dumped on his back for that period. But yeah, just a great matchup again. Great work from the Shokanor team, and credit to Brian Adams, who, you know, wanted to get this rematch back on and working in the corner of Caswell. And again, credit to McCombe for just bringing different things every time we see him. You know, Peruvian necktie attempts and Dominic Cruz style stand-up. It's fantastic to watch. Like you say, a true gunslinger, a true mixed martial artist.
Yeah, I mean, how many times do you see MMA fighters go for Peruvian neckties? You know, it's rare.
Yeah, McCombe, 38 years old, still doing it at the highest level. Fighters touch gloves, third and final. I think Brian Adams calling for the double leg. Nice left hook from McCombe.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful timing.
Yeah, just ducked under that punch and got the double leg. Fantastic takedown from Caswell.
Oh,
now he looks to move to the back.
He's going for the back. One hook's in. Brett's not going to give up this position if he can help it. Two hooks are in now.
Another hook in. This would be a fantastic finish if he could get it for Brett Caswell. Body triangle.
Wow. McCombe is in trouble now.
There's loads of time left in the round as well for Brett Caswell to work.
Yeah, he doesn't have to rush here at all. Just keep peppering away at the shots and then try and work his arm across for the choke. McCombe, there is a footlock submission McCombe could do if they were the other side. If McCombe rolled to the right side, he could put pressure on Brett's right ankle, and there is a footlock there. But you know, that's, you know, Brett's got so much control at the moment.
Yeah, body triangle, an awfully difficult position to get out of. We say that McCombe stripping one of the legs, looking for some.
Looking to
come up in half guard, maybe. Yeah.
This could be a way out for McCombe.
Got to watch his arm, maybe in the transition column.
Yeah. Again, the sweat is a factor here. Brett won't be letting go of anything, you know, out of anything anytime soon. There could be an armbar here.
Yeah, has to watch the arm here. McCombe
is stacking well though.
Caswell probably going to look to try and stamp down with that right leg on the head of McCombe and just keep that posture broken.
If Brett can grab a leg, that might help him finish off the armbar, or at least roll him out of the position.
McCombe staying very calm here, and he's got out
of it.
Great work. And how long is left in this round? And if McCombe spends some time on top now,
yeah.
I mean, this match is so back and forth. Fantastic fight. Like I said, I'd watch these two fight every week.
Yeah, I see Brett was going for a leg submission there. McCombe wise to it. Brett very busy off his back. I think Brett maybe should use the fence here. Yeah, that's what he's trying to edge back a little bit. Try and use the fence, maybe get back up and get a takedown, or he's going for the leg.
Yeah, Caswell has shown when McCombe's been on top of him, he's shown more likelihood to reverse it, hasn't he? And that's exactly what he's just done. Yeah. Looking to take the back again, maybe Caswell.
Brett wants to really keep this position. It's a very good position for him. Trying to get the one hook in, or at least get on top.
A good turtle defense from McCombe. Real chess match, this one.
Persistence is the key, and there are the hooks. Beautiful work from Brett. If he can flatten his man out now.
Yeah, Caswell, there's no doubt about this third and final round, that's for sure. dominating period for Brett Caswell, wearing down Steve McCombe. Spent nearly all of this round on his back.
He's going for the body triangle again.
Not really looked close to a finish, Colin, has he? But it's also, you know, he looks very comfortable here with this body triangle, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think he's looking to control more and you know, waiting for the opening rather than really going for it. He's winning the fight. He is winning the fight in this position. It's a dominant position, you know, and McCombe hasn't really got the answer for it. He got out once, but 10 seconds. Now this is going to be really interesting to see what the judges are going to, who they're going to give this to.
Yeah, another close fight. Both fighters raise their hands. Yeah. Another close fight, very well evenly matched. Some great things on show, great things to see. And as I said, impossible to judge from a commentary position. You need to be looking at a watch and see the times that people are on top and be aware of how long each fight is in each position. So I think it'd be unfair for us to comment either way, but great skills on show from both fighters. Be interesting to see the verdict. I'm going to step into the cage and grab the microphone just to pick up a few words with the winner.
So we're waiting for the verdict now. But David's on his way to the ring to get a few questions with the winner.
And after 3 rounds of action, we have the goal to the judges' scorecards. For your winner by split decision. And your winner, avenging his only professional loss, Brett Little Ninja Caswell!
Well done to Brett Caswell. That was a grueling fight. Very similar to the first one, but he just did enough, I felt, with the grappling. That third round, he had really, really good control. I'd like to take this moment to thank everybody that has purchased the pay-per-view at home. The first time on pay-per-view, Shock and Awe 21. I've had a great time. We do still have one more fight.
Okay guys, I'm here with your winner, Brett Caswell. Brett, I know you waited a long time for this rematch. Firstly, Steve came out extremely aggressive in that first round. Were you a bit surprised by that?
Very surprised, very surprised. He hit me with some great shots. Yeah, robbed me in the first, but I come back and cleared the cobwebs and did what I needed to do second, third.
How important was this rematch for you? Obviously, your first professional loss, and you bounced back, you've had some good fights since then. I mean, what did this mean to you to get this rematch?
I knew Steve's a great fighter, so after the first split decision loss, which I thought I won, I came back and I thought, you know, Steve, I want to fight him, and then when he said, yeah, I'll accept a rematch, yeah, it was brilliant.
So you've avenged your only loss. You've been through a who's who in terms of the domestic scene. Is there anybody out there in Europe or domestically that you're looking at now?
I'll fight anyone. Maybe to the UFC. I'll fight everyone there.
Ladies and gents, you heard it. He wants to get to the UFC. Let's hear it for your winner, Brett Caswell.
Lastly, just to thank you to my sponsors, Blades Barbers, Judo and Stag and Fist. Thanks very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't go away, your main event coming up next.